Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at arklatexhomepage.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marsas with your Tuesday morning forecast update. We are out ahead of a cold front this morning and should stay ahead of that front for most of the day today, so it will be very similar to yesterday as we'll start out with those temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. We do anticipate seeing a little bit of rain develop today, but since we'll be ahead of the front for most of the day, not identical, but temperatures should be very close to what we felt yesterday, winding up in the mid 70s north of I-30, about 78 in Texarkana, and around 80 degrees in Shreveport. We may see a few locations maybe push the mid 80s south of Interstate 20, but we'll begin to feel some of that cooler air tonight, and just a very comfortable pattern will take over through the middle of the week, so this may be the last time we see an 80-degree high for a while here. But your date planner calling for maybe a few showers to pop up this morning north of I-30. I think midday we'll see some rain in Texarkana, and probably not until the afternoon hours would we see any rain develop in Shreveport. And it's not a slam dunk guarantee that we'll even see rain today, as this is a pretty weak front moving through, and you can see on Pinpoint Doppler this morning we do not have any rain out there at the moment, and the rain kind of lagging back to our northwest with this front at the moment. But there is a narrow band of showers and some isolated storms that are popping up here, and you see the front still back towards Oklahoma City and Dallas, so we wouldn't see any rain arrive until looks like later this morning north of I-30. So as far as any trouble spots in the roadways, roads are dry for most of us, but we do have a little bit of fog where the temperatures have been a little bit cooler across Sabine as well as Natchitoches parishes. Futurecast may be running a little bit quick as far as the rain, but it does show some rain and perhaps an isolated thunderstorm or two popping up this morning north of I-30. I think if anything you could probably push the timing of this back a few hours, but it is showing some midday rain in Texarkana. It's possible it could be, let's say, 2 p.m. rather than closer to 11 or noon for that rain in Texarkana. But you get the idea that we'll have some rain out there through the day today. And it's kind of a broken line of showers and isolated storms here, so if you just kind of fit in right along the line where the rain doesn't come together, it's possible we could see this front move by without bringing any rain to your neighborhood. But we should have most of the rain dissipating this evening and overnight, and it won't be a lot of it, so if you do have some outdoor plans today, good idea just to have the umbrella nearby in case you have to turn to it. But it looks like our accumulations today likely less than 1/10 of an inch, less than 1/4 of an inch in most locations, so this will not be a big rain-making system for us, but we'll definitely feel some cooler air surge in behind the front tonight. So we'll drop into the 40s for Idabel, DeQueen, Texarkana, Shreveport, both in the 50s tonight, and should have very nice daytime temperatures here through the middle of the week. Of course, the other thing we're going to watch for you here is Tropical Storm Ada, which is again down by the tip of Cuba here, and it is expected to make that turn to the north here in the upcoming hours. So a little bit of a change from the forecast yesterday, which has pushed it a bit to the west. So you can see the cone of uncertainty here does include the Louisiana coastline now, and they're projecting a landfall maybe closer to the panhandle of Florida and maybe Alabama as well. But you can see by the wide margin of error on the cone here that there is still a lot of uncertainty with this system. But right now it looks like all of the rain associated with this would stay off to our east, and you see it landfall, it may be a tropical depression. So this will weaken somewhat, but if you do have travel plans down along the coastline here later this weekend for the weekend, kind of keep an eye on that, as that will likely bring some rain down to the coastline here to close out the week. So your 7-day forecast for us, we have a very nice slice of weather Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with highs in the 70s. Cooler mornings will be around behind this front, as we'll be in the 40s and 50s for the rest of the week and into the weekend. We have one more cold front on the way Saturday. It looks like we will see some rain with this front. Right now it doesn't look like it will be a lot of rain, but if you do have some outdoor plans on Saturday, just kind of keep an eye on how this forecast evolves, and we should dry out late in the weekend. Another surge of cooler air on the way early next week.